Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's business chat with me, Glenys Chatterley. And for the observant among you, you'll notice I've got a guest. And who I've got today is the fabulous Joanne Druce, who, as you can see, is from F. Barnes Solicitors. And we're going to talk a little bit because I believe, Joanne, that you're actually the business development manager for the company. We're going to talk a bit about soliciting, if I can say that. Well, I've just said it. But more important, we're going to talk about business development. So, hello, my lovely, and how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's always good. For those who you don't know, before all this, we had some technical issues, and both of us were going, "It's okay, we can do this. We can do this. It's going to be fine." And look, it is. That's business, really, isn't it? Things go wrong. So, tell me a little bit about F. Barnes Solicitors.
Okay, yes. Well, F. Barnes are based in Havering. So they've been going 65 years. They've been around a while. We've got 3 offices. They're Romford is our head office, Gideon Park and Collier Row. We're your typical high street practice, really, in terms of what services we deliver. So think for the family, so we'll look after all your family matters, your divorce, your cohabitation, your prenups, postnups, any childcare issues, things like that. We've seen a lot of that, lot going on, certainly over the last 2 years. Wills, probate, estate planning, inheritance tax, care home costs, all that sort of thing that you have to worry and think about. Yeah. In terms of property, I suppose the easiest way to sum it up is we work for the first-time buyer, right up to the property developer with a property portfolio, right, and everything in between.
Fantastic.
So, that's the sort of thing. Debt collection, litigation. We do a lot of that. We do a lot of property dispute, contested wills and inheritance. There's a big rise in that over the last 5 or 6 years. And we also have notarial services, which is kind of like a specialist thing for people with properties overseas. So there's lots that we do. Yeah. There's also lots that we don't do, but we're experts in that, so we kind of stick to that, really.
Fantastic. And your role in all of this is the business development. So tell me what it is about where you got to being the business development manager of F. Barnes Solicitors.
Okay, I suppose I've gone like full circle. So my passion was always in law. I knew from a very early age I wanted to become a lawyer. So I did qualify as a legal executive some time ago, I won't say when. And then I enjoyed my time there. I really did enjoy my time. Left to have my first child quite young. And then life took a slightly different turn on a personal level, and then I started my own business. So originally I was just helping out, but that business, I kind of felt that it was very good to rely on the legal background that I had in terms of employing people, managing all the HR aspects, managing all the admin and red tape that you need now to just start a business. You can't do one without the other now. It's impossible not to make it successful. So I did that for 20 years, and the business really, really grew. I went through the process of buying another business, what traps are involved in that. But I've always remained in touch with the girls that are the directors of the firm. So I started helping them out, really. And then I got persuaded to, bit by bit, they got their claws in. And, because it has always been my passion, I've sat the other side of the desk. I've been, client facing. So I think they're really good at being lawyers. They're not being business people. Yeah. So to be fair, lots of law firms do this now. They employ somebody from outside with business acumen to expand the business or guide them. And I've just got more passion about it because I've been that lawyer sitting there doing their job.
Yeah, so, I think one of the things is, I will say I went to the post office it was going to be a stopgap for 6 months, and I was there for 20 odd years. So
It happens, right?
yeah, it just, and you think, really, it's been that long? But I think that anybody who listens to my business chat will know I'm a great advocate of getting people who do what they do well to help you in your business, because you can't be good at everything. So it makes sense. So tell me, if somebody was going to look at their business development, give me what would you say your top 3 tips are for that?
Okay, business plan, strategic plan, absolutely essential. You have to know where you're coming from and where you're going to, otherwise you just can't focus. You mustn't be all over the place.
Yeah.
So and you must review that. They do say, oh God, you should do it every 3 years and start where you want to be from now to 3 years time. It's very important to review it every 6 months, because things happen. Look what's happened in the last 18 months. It changes. So I think clear, and as part of that, what client do you want? What customer do you want? Everybody has to have that. Identify what area are you trying to tap into, and try and stay focused on that area. What does your typical relationship or client look like? So identify that, and just really surround yourself with good, like-minded people. There is a temptation to grow quickly and to honour a contract and everything, but if you're only as good as your last. If you are in business, really, you can undo a lot of good work for years with one bad decision or one bad, And I think, just finally, don't be afraid to say no, really.
I think that's a strong one. I think that's the one that people, particularly when they're new in business, they think, oh, well, it's business, it's money, I'll take it. But, I was talking to somebody very recently who has just sacked their biggest customer.
Yeah.
And guess what? Once they'd opened that, they've actually filled that with more work, because this person was draining a lot of things that they hadn't really, they'd sort of known, but they didn't really. So I think when you sack your first customer, that's very liberating.
I think it is liberating, and also that's a very good point, because I found myself down the line that when you're having lots of different good quality customers, you will always get that one or two that will want that bit extra, and it's great when they grow. And you find you're serving them, and the money's coming in and everything. It's great, but if you're not careful, before you realise it, they are your only customer, really, that you're serving well.
Yeah.
And any big contract, they have a new CEO. This goes on a 3-year cycle, and if you're not careful, if you've put all your eggs in one basket, overnight you are down. And I think that's that obviously. It's great to get that big contact, and it's great to serve them, but don't put all your eggs in one basket.
And review your customer base, and review if a customer, taking up from a point you were saying, they ask for a bit more, and sometimes that bit more is a service that you can provide, but which becomes part of what you provide for everybody. But sometimes you start from A and suddenly you're at Z, and you don't remember going through any of the other bits.
No, it happens. It's a course that goes on. I think it's constant review and planning. That's why the plan brings it back to your plans, because it's great if you supersede your plan and your expectations, but you still need to remain true to your course, really.
And what you want to achieve. That's the other thing. I think it's reminding anybody, again, who's listened to any of these, know I have 3 rules, and it's that thing about, I check things against my 3 rules. Am I still doing? And if I'm not, then do I still want to do that or not? It's.
I think it's really important to stay true to your, different business models. It's fine if your business model is to gain the customer once, but to flood the market and to gain on once and then to earn everything, that's great.
Yeah.
But our business model isn't. It's to gain the customer and keep the customer.
Yeah.
So it's a different process, really.
I agree. I think usually I talk to people I'm interviewing about if you were setting up a new business, but basically what you've just talked about is what you should be doing when you are setting up your new business. And if you didn't do it, for those who are going, oh, I didn't do that, start now. Just have a look at, clear the desk. And I know that's sometimes difficult. Clear the desk, get yourself a coffee or a cup of tea or whatever it is, probably not alcohol. And just think about, okay, if I was starting today, what would it look like? It's never too late to do that. I think that's right. Yeah.
It is. And also, you have to do your research. It's okay having this idea and this pie in the sky, idea. But have you got, is there any room in the market for that growth? Have you got competitors it's already sewn up? As that idea already gone? A lot of people embark on these business brain ideas and they haven't done the basics first. They might be wonderful at what they're going to offer, but I think when you're starting up, you don't set too many expectations, but certainly, obviously, make sure you've got the wherefore to pay the bills and to keep your head above water while you're doing it.
Yeah, because I think also what happens sometimes is people have a really good hobby that they love and they assume that everybody else would love to do it.
Yeah.
And there was something that came through on one of my business groups, and this person was all over it like a rash about a new thing they were doing, which was great. And I looked at it and I thought, well, probably not for me. But the thing was, at no point in the last certainly 3 years I've been in this particular group, has she ever mentioned she was thinking of doing it and what did we think? Or to see if there was a market. But and I always find it really sad when you see, you see people setting up their business and they've got all the signs out and the leaflets and it's all happy. And then a year down the line, they're pulling the signs down and ripping up the leaf. I just think it's sad. But on a happy point, so we've looked at business development. Tell me a bit about you. What do you do when you're not doing business development for F. Barnes Solicitors?
Well, the job is very busy. I do have 3 girls, 3 grown-up girls, so that in itself is time consuming. I haven't been able to recently, but we do. I do quite a lot of sailing. So we've got a sailing yacht, westerly storm, called Meltimi. So that's currently we've bought that. We've sold our old one and we bought that in September. It's a slightly bigger one with a view to doing Europe on the yacht. So we're just doing that up at the minute. So it would be really nice. We was based in the Solent with our previous yacht, which was lovely to go down and go over to the Isle of Wight and all along the south coast. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'd love nothing better than to be sailing. Really, so it's really good fun, and it's such a change from what I do. It really does switch you off. Put you back. And the people are nice. In the marinas that you stay in. It's really nice. It's a completely different world.
Yes.
To work. So so I like that.
I think I've got a German pen friend that I got when I was 11, and we've just always stayed in touch. And we sort of didn't in the busy period of people's lives when you're setting up a house and all of that. And I got an email, a postcard from her, days before email. I got a postcard from her saying, I'm just thought I'd catch up. I now got divorced and I'm getting remarried, and we've sold everything we own, and we're building a boat together, and we're going to sail around the world. Wow. And she did that for 30 years. And it was, I just thought, by comparison, I've done very little. So,
I mean, I think long term, that would be a great thing to do.
Yes.
Good luck to her,
She had a great time, and she used to just, if they needed money, they would take people on trips on the boat and then
Yeah.
put them back on land, and then they'd go and sail off. So,
Well,
yeah.
we have had this vision. I love diving. I've got a PADI certificate, and my partner is the sailor. So, you know, there is that business idea there. But again,
Ooh.
I'll do my research before.
You heard it
Before
here,
we do
folks.
it.
You heard it here. But when you get the business cards, do let us know and we'll advertise it. So
Yeah.
this has been fantastic. And, you know, sometimes you just know that it's going to be a very pleasant time that you're going to have. I knew that I was going to have a very pleasant time. So thank you, Joanne. That's been great. Thank you very much for being with me.
No, it's been a pleasure. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Fantastic. So how was that then for you? What I'd like you to do, and for those regulars, you'll know this, so, but please don't switch off. Watch this to the end, because otherwise it messes with the algorithms. And then if you could subscribe, if you could comment, if you could like, if you could come back next week, and if you could tell your friends, that'd be fabulous. Thank you. Bye.